Hey guys, I just got back from my midwife appointment that I had. I mentioned a few videos ago that they wanted to make sure I was 8 weeks, and so I went at 8 weeks. I knew there was a chance I could be further along, but I didn't really think so just because of what happened during that time. But I had an ultrasound and I definitely am further than 8 weeks. She was able to do a measurement, not like super duper accurate, but she measured it twice and she got the same measurement. So I am actually 10 weeks pregnant and not 8. So I'm really excited about that. I love being further along because that means that the baby will be here sooner. So that's why I popped out. And there is just one. I told her to look, scour my uterus, just look really, really, really close, because I was like, just all the dreams I've been having. But no, there is just one, so I don't need to worry about switching to an OB or anything like that. There's just one. I did get an ultrasound photo, so here is our little baby. And the reason it says 9 weeks and 6 days is because the little measurement thing is down here. It's like still on the screen, but it was measuring at 10 weeks twice. So she said she was going to go with that one. And it was really hard to get a measurement because the baby in there is just rolling all over the place and kicking and moving. And I was like, oh yeah, that's not 8 weeks. It's got arms and legs, and 8-week babies only have hands and feet. So yes, I was really excited to see that I was further along. But that, of course, throws off my whole, I probably don't ovulate twice. I probably ovulate a little bit later than a 28-day cycle. So I don't really know what's going on, but I got pregnant during the exact time when I was not trying because my period was due. I knew it wasn't going to come, so I wasn't expecting it to come, but that's when I got pregnant, which means that when I went to the doctor for my yeast infection and got the pregnancy test, the little baby was chilling in my fallopian tube and hadn't implanted yet, and that's why I got a negative. So I'm happy about that. And everything else is great, like my blood pressure, everything is perfect. And all she told me was that if I'm still nursing, which I am, to just make sure I'm eating more calories so that I can support the baby and breastfeeding. But Molly is starting to wean from my boobs, and I do think they're starting to dry up. I know there is milk coming out, at least of the right side, but I think it is already starting to dry up a little bit. So yeah, that was the big news, which means that I'm probably going to do my updates on Tuesdays. I'll be like whatever weeks in a day, I think. But so anyway, my new due date is June 28th, which is a week after my husband's birthday. So if this baby's as late as Molly was, then I'm going to have a July 4th baby. So that's pretty cool. I would be really excited if this baby was born on July 1st, because then we'd have it December 1st and July 1st, and it would be perfect. But we'll see what happens. I don't really know what's going to happen because that's still like 6 months now off. So I'm really happy to be 10 weeks and not 8 weeks. That makes me feel so much better knowing that everything is totally a-okay. I'm also really happy there's not twins. I mean, of course, I would love to have twins, but not this time because we don't have a big vehicle and it's going to cost a lot and all this stuff, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's good. I can breathe a sigh of relief. I can stay with my midwife and everything is great. So anyway, I'll talk about my symptoms for week 10. Okay, the biggest symptom this past week is round ligament pain. I have been feeling it frequent on both sides. She asked me if I felt it on both sides. I said yes. And it has been not like uber painful by any means, but it's just, I feel it a lot when I move all the time. Like any time I move my abs, I feel round ligament pain, which is good. That means it's growing, it's stretching, everything is great. My nausea is going away. It usually peaks, I think, at 9 weeks, which was last week, and that's pretty much when I felt it peak. So I am hardly nauseous at all, and now I know why, because I'm a little bit further along. So that's great, and I'm so thankful that my nausea has not been as bad as it was with Molly. Like, I only gag when I smell poop, basically. Like, if I go, now that I'm peeing more, I have to go to the bathroom at work, and it just smells like a bathroom, and I gag so much. Also, the smell of that bathroom reminds me of when I had to pee all the time with Molly and how sick I was with Molly, so it makes me think of that and gag. And then if I smell Molly's dirty diaper, I'll gag, but if I'm just cleaning it up, it's not a big deal. I have been super, super fatigued this week. I have taken a nap almost every day this past week. I didn't today because I got enough sleep yesterday, but for the first time in a long time. But I have been so exhausted, and it's just because I'm growing a baby. One thing that's been going on for a couple weeks is my nose is starting to get stuffy. That was also a pregnancy symptom with Molly. My nose just gets a little bit stuffier. There's really not much I can do about it. That is a symptom of pregnancy. I think it has to do with the increased blood flow. Thanksgiving was this past week, and I was very, very happy that I did not have any morning sickness on Thanksgiving. I was able to eat pretty much everything except mashed potatoes because they just didn't look appetizing, but I ate everything else, and I had a wonderful time. We spent time with Ben's family and my family, and we just had a great time eating turkey and stuffing and all kinds of yummy things. I have been emotional, like I cry at everything, like I tear up at everything, but that's kind of normal, so it's not like, I don't feel like it's any more than normal. I've been maybe a little bit like irritable, but for the most part I've been just my normal wear my heart on my sleeve self. And I wrote down bloated. Now I know I'm just further along, but there was a day when I thought I was 7 weeks, I was actually 9 weeks. I bloated a lot, and here's a picture. It was kind of ridiculous how big I was. I didn't measure myself, but oh my gosh. That was after I drank a whole bunch of water. And I had to pee in that picture too, so that's why I was like extra big. And then last, I'm starting to pee all the time. I'm starting to pee several times throughout the day and at night, and peeing is starting to become a little bit harder to do. Like, when you start to get big, your uterus presses on your bladder, and it's just hard to pee. It's just hard to push the pee out. And that happened a lot with Molly. It was really awkward, especially towards the end. It was really hard to pee. I had to lean completely all the way forward so that I could pee. And it's starting to happen already. It's not as bad yet, but I have noticed sometimes I go to pee and it's really hard to pee. Sometimes it's fine. So yeah, that's been going on. So those are pretty much the symptoms for this week that ended up being week 10 instead of week 8. And I'll do my stats first, and then I'll show you my belly. So I took my stats just like a couple minutes ago. My weight is 157.4. Last week it was 155.4, so I've gained 2 pounds, but a lot of that's probably just food. And my waist is 37.25, and last week it was 37. So I'm growing a teeny bit, which is to be expected, especially because I'm 10 weeks pregnant. And my midwife felt my uterus, and it was a little bit higher than she was expecting because I'm a little bit further. So I'm going to end with my belly shot. Here's from the front. And here's from the side with the shirt up. I'm definitely popped out. Like, this definitely does not go down. And so here I am this way. My uterus is about, I think she said it's like right here. So here's from the front. And here's from the other side. Like I said last week, my belly button feels like it's going to pop already. It's already getting really shallow. I mean, I have an outie, but right here it's really shallow. Right here I feel like there might be a little separation or something, but it's not painful or anything. So yeah, so surprise, that's week 10, and I'll be back. I'll be back with my ultrasound that I'm gonna get. They're gonna call me, so I haven't had it scheduled yet, but it'll probably be next week or the week after. It's the one that they measure the back of the head and all that, and they're gonna do a super accurate measurement to see how far along. So my due date might change a teeny bit, but we'll see. It's probably where it is right now. So my due date's probably going to be June 28th. And my next midwife appointment is in 4 weeks. So obviously I will share news then. And I will be, 14 weeks? I'll be almost as far along as I was with Molly the first time I saw her. which I did not do on purpose. So I will talk to you guys for week 11. Bye.